Hey, this is Kayla Thomas with your latest Pop Crush news. Amid the spreading concerns about the coronavirus, many aspects of everyone's daily lives have become affected. Jobs and schools have had to make the difficult decisions on how to manage people. Whether it's cancellations or quarantines, these types of precautions have added stress to many lives. It's more than just work that has taken a hit in the country and around the world, though. Social activities have been greatly affected, including concerts and music festivals. Tickets that may have been purchased close to a year ago are now worthless as people either choose not to risk the public interaction or the event itself gets canceled. Cancellations due to contamination concerns have been posted frequently over the last few months as people in the entertainment world begin to make the difficult but necessary decision to forego the risk. More than 20,000 music events between January and March have been canceled or postponed in China and Hong Kong. Ticket and box office losses are costing nearly $286 million, according to the China Association of Performing Arts. And that's just China. With the disease now reported in more than 100 countries, the cancellations have continued to rack up. Festivals, including the Korea Times Music Festival, have been postponed, while others, like the Ultra Music Festival's flagship Miami Festival, Ultra Abu Dhabi, and Tomorrowland Winter in France, have officially been canceled. Madonna's Madame X tour was halted because of restrictions on public gatherings in France. Richard Marx rescheduled his first European tour in almost a decade because of the global health crisis. And country band Old Dominion pulled the plug on their planned appearances at country festivals in the UK. Others affected by the coronavirus, including BTS, who were unable to start their Map of the Soul tour in Seoul and will give refunds for those specific concert dates. Now on March 10th, Golden Voice, the organizers behind Coachella, officially announced that the music festival would be pushed back from its typical spring slot in April to October. Other recent changes include Live Nation, which has opted to halt all performances at the moment and plan to analyze the situation come April. Major sporting events have also come to a screeching stop, including the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, and NASCAR events, which have all been postponed until further notice. New York has decided to suspend all gatherings of 500 people or more. Broadway has closed its doors amid the crisis as well. Big events like South by Southwest that have been canceled affect more than just the attendees. Local business, would-be employees, and venues suffer financially. This marks the first time in 34 years that Texas-based South by Southwest has been canceled, according to coordinators. So you bought your tickets to one or more of these events. Do you get your money back because of, this worldwide virus? Well, most venues, ticket platforms, and resellers like StubHub and Ticketmaster offer refunds for canceled shows. But it's important to note that refunds aren't necessarily guaranteed. But sites like Eventbrite that have a no refunds policy have made an announcement that recommends organizers should refund the canceled events. Online ticket refunds are simple. The trick is to check on the site that you use to see what timing limits their refund policy follow and what else they are offering. StubHub, for instance, is giving ticket holders two options: get a refund in 2 or 3 weeks, or get a site coupon worth 120% of your initial purchase. And it's not just concerts that have been, and we're talking festivals and conferences, canceled or postponed. Seattle's Emerald City Comic Con was canceled. The Game Developers Conference had many brands such as Microsoft and Electronic Arts back out of the event before they even officially canceled. Even the annual TED 2020 conference in Vancouver will either be held virtually or postponed. The virus has affected how TV shows with live audiences conduct their broadcast. According to TMZ, the coronavirus scare has now made its way to 2 of the most popular shows on television, Jeopardy and The Wheel of Fortune. Production sources say that the 2 shows will be filmed without live audiences for the time being, as well as The View and The Wendy Williams Show. If you do find yourself at a concert, one of the best practices to keep in mind is the arm length rule. Keeping people that distance away from you may be able to help prevent transmitting the disease. Since the virus spreads from contact, the bigger risk is not necessarily the person sitting next to you, but the person that was in your seat before you who coughed on it. Remember to use a generous amount of alcohol-based hand sanitizer as you wash your hands frequently, and if you have to cough or sneeze, do so in your arm and not in your hands or in the air. Another suggestion for concert goers is to skip the high fives and the handshakes. Just don't do it. Basically, any direct hand-to-hand contact. For now, stay healthy and safe and do without these meet and greets. The symptoms of the coronavirus, according to the CDC, include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. If you or someone you know exhibits these behaviors, it is recommended to seek out medical professional treatment. The CDC suggests that you call a doctor if you develop these symptoms or have been in close contact with a person known to have the coronavirus, or if you have recently traveled from an area with widespread or ongoing spread of the virus. For minute-by-minute updates, go to popcrush.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.